me for a moment, but never mind, you know? It's all good. Maybe they recorded it before I announced we were going to do a collab. I don't know. Will you record Ark and Sanity episode 2 with Bryce? No. Maybe as we're fishing, we'll naturally record it, yeah. That was... Chat. There's no... Honestly, take me back. Who's with me? Take me back to when Bryce first started going off about that. Because now it's just like nothing to me, you know? But when I first saw the tweets and I first saw the clips of Bryce, the excitement that overwhelmed me was insane. When he was actually going off. When he was actually going off about it and I was seeing the clips and I was like, nah, I got to see the full thing for context. And it was even worse. Or even better, sorry. Top MMA moments outside of the cage in 2025. We didn't know about that Bryce thing for a week. Yeah, it got like 3K. It didn't get many views or something right on his channel. Top 5 MMA moments outside of the cage in 2025. Oh, I don't know, man. Outside of the cage. The Bryce Mitchell thing. But there's been more. I just can't think right now of all of them outside the cage. But that was it. The Bryce Mitchell stuff. The Connor pictures. Not that they were good to look at, but the situation. Anything that I know is going to turn into an 100% ratio of every donation in the stream that comes up next is going to be about that. Is the best thing. Raja Jackson stuff. Yeah, I mean, it went crazy. It's been a crazy year. But nothing will beat John Jones is gay. Because there just kept being more and more evidence. It was so bad for him, man. So bad for him. It was such irrefutable evidence, you know. Francis Motorbike, that was this year, yeah. Welcome, Kirby's. You're gay. I'm not. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Do you just stare at a wall in your free time? I do a lot of time. You know what, chat? Is there something wrong with me? I've been sleeping for like 10 hours, having the most crazy dreams. What was the dream I had the other day? Oh, I was in Southeast Asia somewhere. And I had like a haircut that looked really good or something. This must have been a dream. And I was walking around. I nearly fell to my death at one point. I just kept walking around. And there was this guy that somehow knew me and my friend. It was weird. I don't want to talk about dreams. This is gay. I'll say Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was just trying to be funny. Bro said Daryl cameo. Yeah, yeah. And in the dream chat, I'm not even kidding. This is the weird part. I said, Arnold was telling me about how, like, Jack said, dude, you got a great muscle body. You look great, you know. Like, he was going off about how, like, my frame is, like, good for Mr. Olympia stage in this. And I was saying, yeah, I know, but I just don't have, like, the commitment for it and all of this. And then, even Daryl was there going, yeah, that's true. And I said to Daryl, I said, listen, listen. You know what, dude? You're actually a pretty underrated actor. I said this to him. I said, for the longest time, you were just Daryl from The Walking Dead, but now you're Norman Reedus, dude. And I shook his hand. Shook his hand and left. Fucking, I don't know. Some fucking weird moment there. Thank you for the 2. John Jones, thank you for the 5. John Jones is gay now. Thank you for the 5, dude. Appreciate you, man. He is. He actually is. Was Merle there? No, Merle wasn't there. Merle wasn't there. You're a good guy, Guru. I know. Yeah. Strange one. That's weird. Why did I had a dream? You're actually not a bad actor. What an odd segment that was. Thank you for the 5. John Jones is gay now. That's 2 in a row. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the membership, Cucked and Loaded. Thank you. Can you say Schwarzenegger without Schwartz? No. Thank you for the 2. You have some gay dreams? Nah, just weird dreams in general. Do you know Lenny? Can't stop thinking about it. I really, really can't. Islam was literally out on his feet against Mike. He wasn't out on his feet against Mike Harner. I'd love to believe that as well, but that's not the truth. Come on, guys. I've never dreamt about fighters. No, it's rare, but when you dream, you have... I don't see many other faces than UFC fighters' faces. You know? So it's always someone you know or have seen in a film. It's always going to be some kind of like known person, unless it's a family member, right? But I guess you guys might have like friends in real life and like talk to people outside and that. But for me, it's always just sort of family members and UFC fighters and women's UFC fighters and celebrities. All right, thank you for the 2. No way you have dreams of other men basically calling you hot and call us gay. No, it was Arnold, dude, and I was flexing. He was like, the good report, you have to miss Olympia already, you know. Like, because I've been watching, what's it called? I was watching Jay Cutler cast, or the Cutler cast with Lee Priest. No, thank you for the 5. It doesn't make me gay, dude, for Arnold being in my dream. Hello? That's not gay, dude. I've been watching a bunch of fitness content. I've been watching Jay Cutler's podcast with Lee Priest. I watched that the other day. And I was watching a bit of the Trend Twins one as well. Glazed by Mr. Olympia. I know, dude. Because I was thinking I had Olympia level fucking shoulder width. And Arnold verified it in the dream. He said, yes, you do. You very much do. So who the fuck gives a fuck about the Warriors? And fuck OKC as well. Some gay Canadian as your lead. Free throw merchant. Fuck him. You're bringing them bitch ass pussies up, dude. I'd knock out fucking SGA easy. I wouldn't beat Jokic in a fight. SGA, fucking light work. Did you see Craig Jones' Dana White hit piece? I did see what he has time for that isn't an MMA Guru interview. I did. I really did. I really did. Just couldn't. He just doesn't have the time on his hands to even shoot me a reply saying no can do. You know? But I did see what he has a lot of time on his hands for. I did notice that, yeah. CT Volk rushing Islam after he finishes JDM. Let's see, come here. I'll handle you, all he is. Have you seen Craig Jones' new video? Craig interview when? I have seen what he's got time for instead of the MMA Guru interview. I have. I've noticed it, man. Maybe tomorrow we'll get the interview. I don't know. I'm just waiting for him to reply. I said, oh yeah, tomorrow, question mark. I also have a spy that told me he watched a story about me saying I wanted him on the thing, on stream. Someone posted a clip of it. So he's been, I don't know what's going on with him, lad. I feel like I'm being betrayed. Panda Puka 45. What's your favorite scary movie? Haven't seen many, but I've seen The Conjuring. That was a good one, the first one. I watched that recently. Then Hereditary's a good scary film. Most films aren't that scary, though, these days, especially. Chat, does anyone else... I'm just going to be very offensive here. It needs to be. Like, I've seen a lot of these films. Like, it needs to be an actual demon ghost. Or it can't just be a woman. Because that's getting dealt with, man. It has to be an evil, like, demonic, spirited woman. It can't just be a woman that's a bit like... Because I see that in... There was a new film that had that in where she was waiting outside the door. And I'd be like, bitch, fuck out my face. You know what I mean? So it has to be something really well set up. Where they set the tone of it all. Like weapons, maybe. Yeah. Conjuring is... Yeah, but that's the possession type thing. You know, like a real possession where it's an actual hideous witch. Nowadays, chat, don't get me wrong. They try and make everything scary sexy. Don't you think? They try and make it in a way like, let's make this scary, but in a way where some people can still goon to this. Am I off? I think that is a thing these days. Even in the new 28 Years Later, didn't they give like the massive zombie a giant dick? Or something like that? Like a dick flopping around? That shouldn't have been in the film. But they make that. But then they say, let's make it so that like some degenerate woman can goon to this in a way. Let's make it so there's like a porn avenue for this type of film. I feel like that is the thing in these days. The cockjuring. Bro, what are you on about? No, I know what it is. I sense it. They've always been like that. Maybe they have. Maybe they have. I just feel like I see that more and more in movies these days. They like leave open a niche of like porn for something, like a porn niche in their film, sometimes with this horror shit. And do a tier list of women's MMA who could be the horror characters if they were possessed. Norma Jimon's the horror character. Oh no, she's on me. No. Modern horror movies are just big budget Scooby-Doo. Yeah, nothing scary anymore. Chris Duncan said he fucks with you. Would you do an interview? Did he really? Where did he say that? Let's go, Chris Duncan. Any thoughts on people who don't say thank you? It personally pisses me off and is an indicator you are behind in society and weren't raised right. Racism from you there, mate. Absolute fucking anti-black racism, and I won't stand for it in my chat. Thank you for the $5, dude. Not everyone has to say thank you, dude. It's white supremacy. No, I'm joking, but yeah. I don't know. I say thank you. I'm pretty polite. I just think it's more of a habit than anything, though, right? You just kind of have it instilled into you. I feel like if I didn't say thank you, my dad would fucking flick my ear. You know what I'm saying? Oi. That's what it is, dude. It just gets, like, drilled into you. I don't think it was even said, like, you have to say please and thank you. It's just if I was ever out with my parents and I didn't say thank you, they'd do a little nudge. Like that. It's just kind of a thing. Don't you dare back down from Ariel when you're on his show. You know he's going to press you because you're on his turf. No, it's my turf, dude. It was promised to me thousands of years ago. Impression of Ghibli singing Last Christmas. Last Christmas, I gave you a apple. And the very next day, you smeared it on you. This year, to save you from smelling good, I'll give it to Vishnu, my friend Vishnu. Impression of Connor raging at a ghost for holding his weights. Oi! You're making a thing levitate, yeah? You're ruining me reps. I don't need a spotter. Shara and El Disgusto in their own horror flick, The Eyes of the North, South, East and West. Thank you for the 5. Okay, that's their own sort of horror film type thing. Okay, that could be good. Thank you for the 5. Make a video on potential White House holdout, please. I don't know what that means. Some people literally don't have thanks instilled, though. It's sad. Yeah, you got to say thank you. And also, you don't want to act like you're expecting it, because otherwise it sort of takes away the genuineness of what you did. But I agree. Leon has one of the wildest rise and falls. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, guys. Let's, here's hoping. You know what I mean? Like, there's still some hopeful chance that he'll return and win a fight. And I bet you anything, though, chat. I'm going to say this. Odds on, first of all, I don't think he's going to win. But isn't he just the type of guy where if he wins, he'll call for a title shot and say that's the only thing that makes sense for him right now? Am I correct or am I correct? That is 100% what he's going to do. I so see him doing that. Winning this one 29-28 with like a mushed up face that he barely survives in a dangerous round or some shit. And then he sits there and said, title, got to look up. Title thought it's the only thing that's for me. I was a defending champ. All these guys never done nothing. Usman doing the same thing. I know because now Ali has set the seed that Makhachev's going to call him out, right? You the man, Goo. Can't wait to see the reaction video to Habib crying when Islam gets battered against the cage in round 3. All right, buddy. Thank you for the 10 months of membership. JDM knocks out Islam this weekend. Tell me I'm wrong. You're not wrong. He's going to do it, dude. I promise. Did you see that Ariel defending Aiden about being Ali's main character and not letting go when Aiden was tapping? It's so true. Ali is a piece of shit. I said the same thing. Why is Ali doing that? Like, he's such a cunt. Ugly, inbred freak. Stupid, fucking ugly, inbred little rodent cunt. Little frog-looking bitch. Got a head like Craney Dose as well. Crazy to believe welterweight. Helen Yee and the Schmo beat you to Bryce's farm. They did, dude. So unfair, man. I feel like Ariel's taking, like, content ideas off me as well. You know what I mean? Like, the Rousey thing. I know it's similar. We actually are aligning on a lot more recently, but I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm something to do with that. We got to get there first to Bryce's farm. I saw he had the schmo in a wheelchair or something. But I don't know if we'll be on the farm. My idea is, chat, that we're going to be doing like an outdoor activity fest. You know? Where we go hunting, fishing, maybe do some farm work. I don't know. Because isn't that the point, chat? If I'm just there inside doing an interview with him, that's not going to be good, is it? So the point is to be in the outside world with Bryce, right? That'd be the thing. Helen Yi and the Schmo beat you to, I've already read it. Are Spaniards the boys? They are, yes. Old Rogan looking back on Lionheart's legendary career. People forget, man. Look what he did to fucking Shogun Hua. Who does that to him? I bet you anything. Yeah, Shay Ingram is an upcoming Welsh fighter. He's not Welsh, he's English, but he trains there, apparently. His nickname's The Fridge. So I feel like maybe that's why he's my favorite. Don't start the fat jokes already there, but yeah, his nickname's The Fridge, so we're looking out for him. Did you lock in for these predictions, Guru? I did. It took me all day. Which one of you cowards shit in my pants? There you go. Lewis McGrillen, he's not Welsh. That's my cousin, though, but yeah, he's not Welsh. He got injured as well, so it's tough. I was just like messing with him, you know what I mean? He just couldn't take it. Like, I was just kind of messing with him. Like, we met up over, obviously it was my birthday a couple months ago, and he was there. And I was just roughing him up in the clinch a little bit, and he's obviously been injured out of his fight ever since, so. But he'll be alright. Because he starts doing that. He always does this where he comes in and starts fainting at you, like with punches. So I put him in the clinch and started like roughing him up and showing him. I was kind of trying to like show him levels, you know, just so he'd calm down a bit. But he just went. He just couldn't handle it. Broke a couple ribs. Just tapped him with a knee as well. Imagine Leon laying on the floor dead. Thank you. Andrew Tate says he was in negotiations to fight Darren Till, but he started tweeting weird gay shit and it fell apart. Basically means he shit himself because he knowed I'd fucking blast his jaw into oblivion. That's not even gay, that's proper fucking smelly. He dropped this slur on Twitter. Gear. Andrew, keep quiet, mate. You're getting black eyes from absolute bums out here. You'll never be a top G around people like me. You'll always be prey. Let me do it in his voice. Basically means he shit himself because he know that fucking blast his jaw into oblivion, lad. That's not even gay. That's proper fucking smelly. Beep. Gear. Andrew, keep quiet, mate. You're getting black eyes from absolute bums out here. You'll never be a top G around people like me, lad. You'll always be prey. Because at the end of the day, you're just a little crypto nerd like the rest of the crypto nerds. I'm a fucking killer. Don't ever fucking forget it, you little... Beep. He done it again. Beep, beep, beep. He was going on a streak of them at the end. I didn't even see the ones at the end until I clicked read more. Based. W Till, yeah, there you go, chat. Just as we were talking about it, there's another outcry here. Yeah. Read Till's other tweet in his voice too. Let me find it. No fight on the cards. Carl Fletcher's gone so quiet. Another little dickhead shithouse. So if you see me, don't ask me about the Carl Froch fight because he's a... Nate Diaz can't even say yes to the fight because he's dribbling that much brain damage. Another beep. Masvidal's just fat as fuck right now. And Tommy Fury won't even dare bring me name up in interviews anymore. He wants to forget I exist. Could he be an even bigger... He's going off on Twitter, dude. Darren Till's going off. Welcome, Joshua. No donations in the members. A succulent Chinese meal. Can we get a prayer video for JDM this weekend? Yes. Yes, for sure. Who are the dark horses of this weekend's card? Well, that's no way to talk about Leon Edwards, mate. Dude, Till really is in his bully phase and nobody's going to say shit to him either. I know. Over in Misfits, dude, he's the dog of Misfits, dude. Darren Till runs the Misfits game, folks. There you go. Yeah, chat. Every reply on Twitter is just rage bait. It's such a dead app nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So hard to actually find a genuine reply to the tweet that isn't just anything to get a response from like rage bait. I might have to just start blocking rage bait on Twitter, man. It's fucking annoying. It's like every time you go on Twitter, like a second after you posted, there's like 10 rage bait comments immediately. Just disagreeing for the sake of disagreeing, you know? Remember when that boxer took Till down, though? At the end of the fight, yeah. But he was hunched over in, like, a group of people. It's kind of hard to get a sprawl off in that situation, you know what I'm saying?
Go MMA, you say the wrong thing, and I can neutralize a source of your income in a snap of the fingers like that. You little leech parasite human. Add that to the outro of your fucking video.